നിമിഷയെ 2-3 വട്ടം പോയി കാണാൻ പോയി. അവള് സുഖമായിട്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. പ്രസിഡന്റ് പേപ്പറിൽ ഒപ്പിട്ടു. ഇനി അധികം ഏതാനും ദിവസങ്ങളേ ഉള്ളൂ. പെട്ടെന്ന് ഇങ്ങനെ ഏതാനും ദിവസങ്ങളേ ഉള്ളൂ അവളുടെ ജീവനെ രക്ഷിക്കണം എന്നാണ്.
യമൻ പൗരനെ കൊലപ്പെടുത്തിയ കേസിൽ ശിക്ഷിക്കപ്പെട്ട മലയാളി നിമിഷ പ്രിയയുടെ വധശിക്ഷ ജൂലൈ 16 നടക്കുമെന്ന വിധി വന്ന സാഹചര്യത്തിൽ നിമിഷ പ്രിയയ്ക്ക് വേണ്ടി യമനിൽ നിയമ നടപടികൾ ഏകോപിപ്പിക്കുന്ന സാമൂഹ്യ പ്രവർത്തകൻ സാമുവൽ ജെറോമാണ് വണ്ണിന്ത്യയോടൊപ്പം ചേരുന്നത്. വെൽക്കം സർ. Could you briefly update us on the current status of Nimisha Priya's case? Has there been any recent communication from Yemeni authorities since the execution date was announced?
The Yemeni authorities have officially communicated that they have, the jail authorities have officially communicated, and so that has been done. However, I am in a place called Aden. I will be going to Sana'a tomorrow. So once I go to Sana'a, then I will see what.
So you already mentioned that options are still open. Could you elaborate on what legal or diplomatic avenues remain to possibly halt the execution?
There is no legal options available. The illegal options have already closed. So once the president signs the execution order, then it's finished. But the options are still lying with the family. Family can forgive Nimisha. So that is the options that we need to pursue, and that is what I'm going to pursue. And though I've already spoken with the family before 3 months, and now we have to pursue that thing again. We'll have to find people who can talk to the family and who can make sense to the family and see an amicable solution. That is what it is. Primarily, the thing is that the date of execution is just before us, so that is what it is. Now we need to put a pause to that. That is what is primarily, and that can happen only through the family accepting that. So that is what we need to pursue at this point of time. Yes.
You have been deeply involved in the talks with Mehti's family. What has been the most challenging part of these negotiations?
Convincing the family to give forgiveness is that is the point where that is challenging. There are many things to that which I don't want to go public here. So that is the very difficult thing. Yes.
Can you share details about the offer that was made with Mehti's family? Was it purely financial, or did it involve any other conditions?
With the family, we seek forgiveness. That is what it is. In the meetings, it's only about forgiveness. We talk about the things and we ask their forgiveness. So that is what happened. And but on the sidelines, through the intermediaries and all the people, then we have given an offer. The offer is $1 million, cash. Then that is somebody from Kerala, a very reputed person. He said that he can raise the money. This is not through Save Nimisha committee. No, this is nothing to do with them. This is a separate person. And the second thing is a medical component, where a doctor who is a cerebrospinal surgeon, who is actually willing to do 5 surgeries free of cost, meaning that anybody in Yemen, if the family recommends them, that he will do it. Which means that he will provide ticket for them to fly from Yemen to India, do the surgeries, and until they come back. So that is what it is. The third option is the family, the brother, to relocate to UAE or Saudi Arabia. Wherever he wants on economic, to find a job for him and to relocate him. So that all the 3 options have been provided. Yes.
Have there been any indications, formal or informal, from the victim's family about their willingness to consider a pardon or dia?
No, actually, we had given the offer, and as a matter of fact, now that the execution order has come, which means that they have already consented to the execution, because the execution order is issued only after the family's consent. So they've already consented to the order. So despite our offer being there, they haven't looked into the offer. That is what I see.
What kind of support or communication have you received from the Indian government, especially or particularly from the Ministry of External Affairs regarding this case?
I'll tell you something. The Indian government has been a very, very, very reliable partner in this thing. giving to the difficulty of the situation where the government of India does not have an any diplomatic relationship with the Al-Houthis. Still, the government of India had been very helpful. Even the pre-negotiation money was sent through the government of India. And above all, actually, primarily, first thing is Nimisha is alive because of the letter that was issued by the government of India to the Al-Houthis in 2017, asking her to be brought to the due legal process. So that is why she is alive. So that is what it is. But at this juncture, I just want to keep a request also. I know it is very, very difficult, but for the sake of a life, I'm pleading to the government of India to have, if possible, to have a direct intervention.
Do you believe a stronger diplomatic intervention from India at this point could make a difference? What kind of action do you hope to see?
At least, we need time to have a negotiated settlement, or I don't know how it works, or probably I don't want to say how it works. So I know how it works though. So, but that will really help. That will really help.
From your interactions, how Nimisha is coping mentally and emotionally with this case?
What do you
Nimisha is very stable, actually. Even mother met her, I think so, 2 weeks ago. Mother went and met her, and the government our Indian government has been asking for consular access for Nimisha, and they had been giving that. So, there is no issues at all. But now I don't know how she is. I haven't spoken with her or I haven't met her. So once I go to Sana, then I'll do that. Women don't speak in a Muslim society. You need to know that. So she is not part of any meetings or anything. We are keeping her like as a figurehead to say that the mother is here to get the emotional.
authorities restricted, right?
Not authorities don't restrict. When the Sheikh speak, a lady cannot come there and sit and speak. So it is not allowed. So it's a tribal. It's the tribal thing. It's the more tribal. It's not the authorities. Authorities has nothing to do with us. But it's a very tribal thing.
This case has a strong emotion in India, especially in Kerala. What message do you want to convey to people who are following this story closely?
We need a collective effort of the people, spiritually, emotionally, and even if it requires financially. I don't know whether that is required at this point of time. If it comes to that, then probably we would want that, maybe. So that is what it is. So we need to save a life. I've been involved in this because I don't want an Indian to die abroad. So I don't want an Indian blood to be shed in a foreign country. So of course, this has two parts. The family of that family has also suffered losses. So we should not minimize that family, the victims family. On the other hand, so having said that, but the Sharia law allows them to forgive. So that is what we are seeking. So it's a very emotional thing. I made sure that that respect and that sentiments have been preserved when I go for this meeting. So it is not that it is our right to go and ask them. It is great courtesy of them to meet us. You need to understand they are very courteous. So I'm seeing big good things. Like they came and met us. I'm seeing that as positives, and that is where my hope lies. So I'm really seeing that we can have a positive end to this story.
Let's hope.
Yes.
Let's hope for the best, sir. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update.